On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3!
Objection!
Chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh? And what would ye be referring to there now, Lord Von Zeeks? A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight? Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute certainty, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began. But... Or, are you suggesting, Lord Von Zeeks, the stain of blood was... fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session... What?! What a palaver. I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Von Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded. I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut tut, Lord Von Zeeks. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel? Oh, no! I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, ye say? But, if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife to see? The world has a wife? Isn't that right now, counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that the court has been in session. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel! Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Look at all that smoke. God, yeah, I can actually see the characters through the smoke. What the heck? I'm pretty sure I wasn't able to see it last time. Come on, see. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Are you wise? What are ye trying to pull, ye rotten feckless Gogger? Feckless Gogger? Or is it Gouger? You're supposed to be defending me! 'Tis a wicked plot! 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is!
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies such as, to start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood in the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Von Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? Yes, there is. I'm actually surprised you did not point out the most obvious of facts. My lord. Yes, counsel? There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in the devil's names are you going on to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot. Okay, I didn't even get to finish reading that. Thanks, Von Zeeks. Silence, McGilded. The courtroom awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, Counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim to appear at some point in the trial? It's literally underneath y'all's feet! What is wrong with y'all? I did not mean to hit that. Yeah, I know, I can't skip any of this. Help. Help. Help! This is literally just the same thing that you said before!
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, Counsel. Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. I don't think Mr. McGilded is going to be happy with us. I also don't think we're gonna get paid. This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now. But you're the defendant. 'Tis over, I tell ye. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. 'Tis all a nonsense. Facts are what counts. And the fact is that bloodstain is there, now. Well, over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Von Zeeks. Well, my lord? I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious! Lord Von Zeeks, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found now guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now? With all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Oh, so this is where it's tied up. So again, you have to remember that this is not modern times. Back then, I don't even think cameras existed. But usually the normal way to kind of go about crime scenes and whatnot is to not disturb the crime scene. Do not touch anything. Do not try to like escape. Yada yada. Make sure you get in contact with the police first and foremost. Take as many pictures as you can so that if anything were to get disturbed or removed or even added in, they can use that as evidence so to prove whether or not someone's guilty or not. Unfortunately, there's no cameras here, so we have to base it off of memory, and here he says, she says, and written down information, which apparently does not fly in this courtroom. So again, I'm a defense lawyer. Theoretically, I'm supposed to be proving my defendant is innocent. I should be defending them. However, this whole trial has started to become sketch as of late, and from his breakdown, you can clearly see something is up. And as such, I'm gonna say this. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot, in all good conscience, attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good gracious me! Oh, I just realized the scales are all the way down for... Is it the heavy or the light that goes up? I hate physics, man. This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question? Are you of sound mind? Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Your job here is done, fella. And some fine work you've done, so ye have. What do you mean? 'Tis just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality. I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine? Or was it fake? His lordship would be fuming, and any unsightless rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I say. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You... mark my words! I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord Von Zeeks. My lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But, wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Von Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair! The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will now be required to proffer judgment. What? Well, Lord Von Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Do you mean to tell me that this has all been a grand waste of time? 'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If he'd like to pursue this matter further, he can always go ahead and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief! You've more to say to me, have ye? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. Well, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Look at that! We got our not guilty verdict! We won the game, y'all! Oh god. Wow, there's fireworks. I hate this here. No one's happy. I can't believe this! This is an outrage! They should have examined the evidence more! Blah 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 blah! Shut up! We're trying! We're trying! With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty. Ostensibly a victory for us. I didn't even hit that button. Oh, we're back. We're back in here. Hello. How you doing? One of them has a mustache, I just noticed! That certainly was a long trial. Ah, yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Miss Usato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that! The sole aim of the defense is to attain the verdict that exornates. I'm gonna look up half of these words when I'm done here. You carried out your duty to perfection. That you did. Hi. Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl was with them too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh? What stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure yous must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't ye say? Also really dangerous. You really shouldn't fire off fireworks indoors. Yes, definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I've you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are ye saying, fella? How did I walk out of here free men, then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't ye? I must say, ye had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Ah, 'tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows at Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. You are a rightful son of a bitch, and I want to shove my foot into your mouth. It's not that funny. So then, as we have agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for ye troubles, fella. Oh, no. I couldn't possibly accept that much. Ar be whist! You're a humble people, are you from the east? Well, if you insist. But have this, still and all. Ye deserve a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded! Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope ye having a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. Oh, thank God, I no longer have to see his stupid face! Oh, I hate him. I hate Magnus McGilded. I hate, was it Cosney McGrove? I don't remember what his name is anymore. This is why I hate him. This freaking trial in all of its entirety. And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. No, put down the smoke grenade. Put down the smoke grenade, Gina. Don't move. Whereas I wanted to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I ate all grown-ups. Grown up. Ah! There you are! Naughty, naughty, running off like that. Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? And taking that with you as well? I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ha! Oh my god! Oh? Do you want to play? You won't beat me. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself. Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? I just took my eyes off for a moment while I was changing onto a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. A what's it now? I have no idea what this girl's talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What? What for? To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician. What? You mean, say sorry. You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adult. Hi. Come along then. Follow me. I don't think you have a choice, Gina. Fine. Have it your way. Oh, good! You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end. I'm fairly sure that what she wants is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours. I just realized the freaking scope is a heart! Oh, what the hell? We'll be leaving now. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss. And there she goes. She was a lively one. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, there too? Yes, you're right, but where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All of our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend time today in search of lodgings. But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we can spend the night. Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one, which is true, especially in London. But don't think you can force yourself in the cold if you don't have to. Oh dear, oh she's crying! That doesn't sound agreeable. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. No, don't turn into the dark side, Ryunosuke! That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Or mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. Oh, I completely forgot about the study tour. Shoot, I should have just been selfish, said, nah, everything's fine, nothing to worry about. I completely forgot about the study tour. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over.
What's going on?
Get the fire brigade!
Water! Bring water, quick!
What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating. No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
This can't be.
And that's the end of case 3, y'all. Why did I have to get a freaking badge for that? So yeah, this is definitely an interesting one, to say the least. But that is the end of this case. I do not have good feelings, not at all. No. Nope, I don't. But yeah, that's why I don't like Mr. McGilded. I do not like his face. He has a dumb face. I hate every fiber of his being. And yeah, so there's that. With that said, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. I guess it tells you the title of the next one. But yeah, tune in for next time to see episode 4, case 4, The Adventures of the Clouded Kokoro. This is Zora signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one.